Hello, planet Earth. I'm back. I had 2 weeks off there because we had a little bit of a recording or a little bit of a camera issue there. But hey, that's the past. Let's keep moving on with the future, my friends. My name is Chris Machete Cocker, and I'm your favorite comic book artist slash cult leader. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm here in Kingston, Ontario. It's September. We have the college university students are all back here, so Walmart is a living hell. If you want to really have some entertainment, free entertainment, go to Walmart. I don't know if that's entertainment or not. I think that's just maybe something to get your blood pressure high. But anyway, that's what's going on here in Kingston. And the weather's really warm. Holy cow, we got heat warnings. So beginning of September, we're getting some warm weather, but it's been a pretty good summer. It's been a summer. It has. Summer's out. Peace out, summer. Peace out, Billy. Yeah. So welcome to the show, and thanks for tuning in. We are on the Crier Media, of course. Brent is still out on the road, and we are picking up the slack here. If we haven't seen this lately, here it is again.
Megastar.
Yep. Megastar. We'll be talking about some wrestling here in a while. So this is, if you're watching this when I usually go live at 9 o'clock, Monday nights, this is pre-taped, but this is what we had to do tonight. Getting a new camera on Wednesday. We'll be back in the game live again. But hey, I got to put something out. You know me, I like to chat. I'm going nuts lately. But first, I've also been busy. Let's go over some cool stuff from the Machete store, the Machete comic book store. Okay, so my producer's got some stuff she wants to show. I don't know if I have it over here. So what do we got? Oh, this is cool. Yeah, we've I have it right here. So comic artists can get these blank covers. So this was originally blank, like the back is, except for it had the logo. And artists will draw. So I drew that picture on there. That's like real drawing. And the comic book's inside. This is Captain America #1 from 2011, I believe. Yep, 2011, Captain #1. So the whole comic's in there. It just has a custom cover by yours truly. Yeah, the whole book's in, even the ad. See, there's the. Okay, do we need to stop and go over again? No, we're good. Okay, we're backwards, but that's all right. So we're in the backwards world today. We're in the mirror world. Black Mirror. There's one. Another one that we're bringing into the store that isn't quite in there yet. Oh yeah, because the cover's not up on that one that you're showing as well. So there we go. So check this out. Hunt for Wolverine. This is a brand new one. I did a crossover with Star Wars and Marvel. See the two in there, Wolverine and the Stormtroopers. And this is the Hunt for Wolverine #1. Excuse me. The rest of it's in there. This is a good book. This is a good book, which is with, as I say, a custom cover by yours truly. But the whole book's in there. I didn't do the inside, but I did the custom cover. Check that out. Pretty cool, huh? And this will be in the store soon. This one is already in the store. Captain America. This one's on the screen, but the cover isn't up there. You can just see the inside of it. There, so I drew this exactly on there. So this is like reimagination of a Jack Kirby piece of art. Yeah, so that's some new stuff in there. We have a new t-shirt. Is the t-shirt available? Because I really like the t-shirt. So this is our, oh yeah, there it is. Isn't that beautiful, friends? That is the Cult of Machete t-shirt. And the graphic is hard to see, but there's a little dude there doing some magic and a great big creature coming out over top with other creatures coming out of him. There it is there. I got to get myself one of these. This has been getting a lot of attention. Haven't sold a ton of them yet, but from the looks of things, when people save up their money, they're going to buy some. You're going to have to go to our website, which is www.machetecomics.ca.
And you can also scan that little.
You can scan that little blurb there if you know how to do that kind of stuff. I don't, but if you know how to do it, there you go. And you have it in short sleeves as well. Yeah. The Cult of Machete, our first Cult of Machete t-shirt. So be the first in your neighborhood to let people know that you are watching, but you do not judge. Oh, we got another item. What else do we have? Oh, wow, look at that. A wine tumbler. Okay, wine friends.
Keeps your wine cool.
We're in the age of wine. For I used to drink a ton of wine. It's inexpensive and it does the job quick, right? But we won't. Yeah, but that looks really cool. I like that, and that's got our Machete Army logo on there, like the Kiss Army logo, which is awesome. Very cool. So we've got a couple new comic books available. With these are just individuals, man. This is a one shot. That's original artwork on the covers. We have a Captain America and a Wolverine available on there. We have a new t-shirt design, brand new first ever Cult of Machete t-shirt. Get it, that quarter length sleeve, man. Represent, my friends. Represent. Cheers, party on, be excellent. Okay, so that's about it for there. Let's get into our top 5 right away. Brent and I are doing a top 5 this week of top 5 songs that you would like to barbecue to. or the top 5 songs you play while you're barbecuing, or the top 5 songs you crank hugely loudly, overwhelmingly loud, so your neighbors know that you're barbecuing along with that beautiful smell. Do you use charcoal or do you use propane, my friends? I use charcoal, even though I'm a big King of the Hill fan. I like Hank Hill. He'd be ashamed with me, but I am a charcoal dude. I love the charcoal. I have it down to a science. And if you ever barbecued or had my barbecue, you know what I'm talking about, my friends. All right, so here's Brent's list. Number 5, he's got the Foo Fighters. I don't know if we have graphics for this stuff. Oh, there we go, Foo Fighters. So he's got Times Like These by the Foo Fighters is his number 5 song that he likes to barbecue to, okay? And it's on that album right there. Okay, now my number 5 of songs I like to barbecue is Let's Get It Up by AC/DC. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah. So that's a great song to barbecue to me. Let's Get It Up. That's usually what I started off with. The neighbors know. Uh-oh, Chris is barbecuing. Meat is about to get cooked. All right. We're going back over to Brent's side of things. Number 4. Now, this one kind of shocked me because I used to like this song a while ago when it came out a long time ago, I guess it would be. This is one of Brent's. This is number 4 is Ocean Avenue by Yellow Card, which that's a rad tune. I like that tune. That's a good one. I can get behind that. Ocean Avenue, Brent's 4th pick for songs he listens to while he's barbecuing is Ocean Avenue by Yellow Card. Rad tune. Dun, 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 dun. I'm a riff man. I like the riffs, right? Some people like the beatbox. Boom. I like the riff rock. Boom, 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 boom. All right. My number 4 is by a band called The Cars. And this whole album is just great, their first release. But let's go. I like the nightlife. That's not the right one, but I like the nightlife, baby. Ba-na-na-now. It's not on Candio.
I thought you said let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, when I typed in let's go, it said it's from Candio.
I don't believe it is, but regardless, that's some
The
Cars
internet
there.
me.
Let's go by The Cars. Down there. Yeah, I like the nightlife, baby. Let's go. That's my number 4 song. The Cars. Crank it while you're barbecuing. Let's go. Number 4, number 3, excuse me, on Brent's. Now, this one I wouldn't touch this one. He's got The Distance by the band Cake. And my daughter, I can remember one thing about my daughter is she was doing a show and Cake played and she's like texting me going, wow, Cake is the worst band I have ever heard. That's my daughter, not me. I guess I shouldn't say those things better now. She's working in the music industry. Oh, sorry, that's the last one, Taylor. So Brent's got The Distance by Cake. He's going the distance down. He's looking for pee. Is that what he says? I think he says that. Okay, so now we're going over to mine, number 3. And this is a great old song. I think this is from the 70s, I believe, late 70s. It's Round, Round We Go by Trooper. Canadian band Trooper. Now, I know you were originally thinking Rat, right? But no, this is Round, Round We Go, Round, Round We Go. Yeah, that was me. I did it. Hopefully we don't get flagged for that. Darling, darling, life is so something. I'm barbecuing today. There we go. I love that song, man. Round, Round We Go by Trooper. Bitchin' tune. That is my number 3. Now let's bounce back over to Brent's number 2. This is a great song. I can get behind this. This is some Bon Scott AC/DC. Whole Lot of Rosie and the 10-minute live version. Ba, 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 ba. So this would actually be on Let There, if you want blood, you got it. But that's cool. Or is this live Let There Be Rock? I can't remember. Anyway, that's a good AC/DC shot right there. I want a whole lot of Rosie. That's good. That's a great song. Little known fact that when Guns N' Roses started out, they had that in their set list as a cover, Whole Lot of Rosie, and that was a big part of their set, was playing that song for the crowd. They really dug that. Okay, that's Brent number 2. Songs to listen to while barbecuing, Whole Lot of Rosie, 10-minute live version by Bon Scott, AC/DC. My number 2 is another Canadian band, and it's by the Payolas. This song is called Eyes of a Stranger. You've got the eyes of a stranger. Right? Yeah. Boom. Now, I love this song. This song just brings back such great memories. Wow. Yeah, it's just a comfort song for me, so it's a great song to barbecue as well. I like it a lot. Number 2, song to barbecue in my backyard, Eyes of a Stranger by the Payolas. All right, let's go to Brent's number 1. And I think I get this. This is cool. This is cool. I get this. I get it. Brent's number 1 is Island in the Sun by Weezer. Yeah. This was one that I taught a lot of my students back when I was teaching, full-time teacher.
For some reason, I didn't think it was
Yeah, it's the Green Album. Yeah, because then the Green Album, that's a pretty good album. I like the Green Album. So that was Brent's number one song to barbecue to, or to listen to while you're barbecuing. Islands in the Sun by Weezer.
And the videos of them with
Well,
animals.
a couple, right? There's the one at the wedding, and then there's the one with the animals. I don't know. Anyway, my number one song to barbecue to is If You Want Blood, You Got It by Bon Scott, AC/DC. Oh, yeah, on Highway to Hell, man. This whole album is just the absolute greatest thing in musical history, almost. It's like so good, it's redonkulous. If you like rock and roll and you do not own this album, Highway to Hell, I know you hear the song Highway to Hell a lot on the radio and probably on whatever digital media you're listening to, but this whole album is just great. Bon Scott, AC/DC, the whiskey soaked voice of Bon Scott rules. My number one song to listen to while barbecuing, If You Want Blood, You Got It by Bon Scott, AC/DC. There we go. That's our list. There's our top 5. Good one, huh? So I'm just going to quickly go through these. You don't have to put up things. I'll read them off. So top 5 songs to barbecue to, listen to. We've got Times Like These by the Foo Fighters. Brent, number 5. His number 4 is Ocean Avenue by Yellow Card. Number 3 is The Distance by Cake. Number 2 is Whole Lotta Rosie, 10-minute live version. Number 1 is Island in the Sun by Weezer. Mine is Let's Get It Up by AC/DC at number 5. Let's Go by the Cars, number 4. Round, Round We Go by the Trooper. Number 3, Eyes of a Stranger by the Paolas. Number 2, If You Want Blood, You Got It. AC/DC, Bon Scott, number 1 song to barbecue. So keep those in mind if you're barbecuing this weekend. I know, or this week, because we had the long weekend and I did some ribs and some steak, some twice baked potatoes. Had my folks over and watched Strange Brew. Yeah, so how great is Strange Brew? Remember that movie? Yes, Canadians were young then. It was 84. 83 it was filmed, 84 I think it was released. And that's such a great movie with Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas. Bob and Doug McKenzie, respectfully. Those guys were so funny back then. So Canadian. The plaid, starting off the grunge with it, Wow. If you're feeling some Canadian vibes, throw on Strange Brew, my friends, and enjoy. Okay, what are we going to talk about next, Lonnie? Oh, man, I got my comic book of the week, friends and true believers. Okay, this is cool, because what I'm going to do, this is almost a little bit of an educational part of the show when it comes to comic books as well, okay? So here's 2 comic books. Right around the same year, I think like 90, or right at the beginning and the end of the year, 90, 91, whatever. So here's the first one, New Mutants, 98. Now, if you're a suave comic book guy, right now you're like going, okay, what's Chris doing here? We know what's going on here. Okay, so New Mutants, 98, and I paid $1.25 for this Canadian back in the day. Now you got this one, and you got this one. Now look at this. Wow, number 1 free trading card enclosed. Number 1 issue collector's item, free official Marvel superhero trading card enclosed, available only with this collector's edition. Look at this thing. It's all pre-bagged, right? Number 1 X-Force, New Mutants 98. Now, if you didn't know anything about comics, you would probably go for this one. Look at, wow, it's X-Force number 1. It says on here it's a collector's item. No, and I forgot to look this up. I forget how much New Mutant. This is the first appearance of Deadpool, my friends. New Mutants 98. You wouldn't think it was anything, but it's like a big comic. I'm thinking like $800 just to be safe. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, if you're out there and you got your guide out, I just can't remember. New Mutants 98, first appearance of Deadpool. What's this going for, friends? I know it's going for a lot more than X-Force number 1, but if you didn't know a lot about comics, and if you did select this, don't be mad at yourself. But be careful, right? Like, this is like an $800 comic. This is like a $10 comic. And they're just in the same year or a year apart. And you wouldn't know. So my comic book of the week is X-Force number 1, done by the same artist as well, right? Same creative team. And over here, we have New Mutants 98. Now, this is a gem because this is the first appearance of Deadpool. Oh, man, I wish we should look this up if we can. I can't change that, though. It's too bad. I'm just curious about what New Mutants 98 is worth or going for. So we're going to find out in a second here. So this came with different cards as well, right? And there was the one of these that is worth the most, of course, is the one with the Deadpool card, because it's kind of like the second appearance ever of Deadpool when this is the first appearance. The second full appearance of Deadpool, I believe, was X-Force number 2. I Blues X-Force number 2. Yes, it was. And it doesn't go for too much more anyway than that. But this is gold. If you ever seen New Mutants 98 anywhere, any kind of condition it's in, pick that thing up. Pick that thing up. That is definitely worth some cash. I love going through my old comic books and finding ones that maybe have a first appearance of somebody who wasn't popular at the time. Excuse me, who I've noticed is in a TV show now or something. And speaking of the new TV shows, oh, here we go. So on eBay, we're getting like almost $500. Oh, wow, that's it. Holy cow. I thought, that one's bidding, so we can't really tell about that. What? 359? I thought it was going for way more. Okay, there's like a 480. Okay, so I guess it's like a $400 comic. Okay, well, I thought it would go for a lot more than that for some reason. I don't know why that is. Anyway, okay, so we'll say a $400 comic between a $10 comic. That's still a great big deal, right? That's still pretty big. So you got to keep your eye open for that kind of stuff. So there we go as I scratch my eyeballs out. Allergies, fall allergies. Anybody else get the allergies, my friends? I'm sipping my drink. What's going on? AF? What does that stand for?
Autofocus. We're turning it off.
Autofocus? Okay, we'll turn that off. Get rid of the autofocus. No more of that action. Did I turn it off? Okay. Thanks for staying with us, folks. We got another subject here to talk. What do we got left? Oh, we got about halfway, a little more than halfway through the show. So thanks for tuning in. Again, I can't, if you're typing anything in, talking to me, we're not live, but thanks for tuning in. I just did this earlier on in the day. My new camera will be on Wednesday. Thanks for Brent for hooking me up with that. Yeah. The Orange Cassidy. So with the Orange Cassidy, we are going to move on to wrestling. Ding, 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 ding. Yay, wrestling. Okay. So I have been away for a couple weeks on here. I had a birthday. The camera broke, and my birthday lasted a few days. It was a good one, my friends. It was a good one. So we're going on to wrestling. Edge had his last match for WWE anyway. He fought against who did he fight against there? Sheamus. I almost forgot. It's a good thing Lonnie's here. He fought against Sheamus. So I found it. Yeah, there we go. Wicked outfit. It was cool. His most of it, I just thought it very anticlimactic. But I'm trying to think of somebody else in the WWE roster that he could have fought that would have made it more exciting for everyone or for him. And the fact that they cut him off before he did his speech at the end. Now, we don't need to play his speech because everybody's seen it now. But they cut his speech off too, so you couldn't see it live. And I guess maybe him and Sheamus are good friends. There's a lot of stuff probably I don't know about that. Maybe that was great for Edge. I'm not sure. It was a cool match. But is he really finished? I don't think so. I don't think he is. So Brent's got some comments here that he's going to bounce off me and you, my friends out there. And I'm going to give my 2 cents on it too, because I think he's going to go to AEW personally. His friends are there. Christian's there. Hardys are there. Lots of other people. Yeah, here we go. Look at there's his buddy Christian. Yeah, he's got to go out the way he came in, I think. Now, the first thing that Brent, his point is, has he accomplished everything he set out to do? Well, maybe he has. But to end all this on a fun note, right? It didn't look like, I wasn't getting a huge fun vibe off his last match. It was almost just like a necessity, a last hurrah for WWE, because that's where he spent his whole career, basically, man. That's pretty wild. And it was cool to do it in Toronto. He had the Toronto Maple Leafs outfit on. I think that's really, really cool. But I think it's nothing to prove. Brent was wondering if he has anything. He asked me, does he have anything else to accomplish? Anything else to prove? No. But I think he's the kind of guy that would want to go out having fun, not as the big, it's the big ending show in Raw on in Toronto. I think he would rather stick around for a little bit longer. And he's had such great matches with the Hardys and with Christian, right? To me, it just makes sense. Okay. Here's Brent's other second point on Edge, his retirement, whether he's going to continue, or his thoughts on it. Does another company offer enough of a talent pool to warrant the potential to get re-injured? And then it's what people talk about moving forward. Bret Hart moving to WCW and getting injured, for example. Okay, so what Brent's point is it worth it in his career to go AEW and risk getting hurt? Well, yeah, because he doesn't need to actually wrestle. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to take the big bumps at all. He could go in there and be the manager for somebody or jump into an existing group. There's lots he could do. And he wants to be an actor now. What a great spot to go work his chops out a bit. And again, fun. I just think he could have a lot of fun going out that way, coming back in his Hardcastle, Sexton Hardcastle, or whatever his original name was. Because sidebar, there's the Hardy Boys. Yeah, there's so much they could do that would be fun. And I'm sure that the Hardy Boys are smart enough, or somebody could be smart enough to protect Edge. So this could even build up to one really cool match. So I don't think he would be risking getting injured. I think he could pull it off. So that was Brent's point. That was a good point, though. Yeah, would he risk it to get injured? It's a fun thing. I don't think he has anything to prove. I don't think he needs any more money. But I think to go out having fun with his bros is probably a pretty rad thing. I think that'd be, and the bump he would get from AEW crowd, man. Wow, pretty cool. Yeah, sidebar, WWE owns the rights to the word Edge, to the name Edge. He can't use the name Edge anymore. So McMahon owns that one. So he can't use that. That's fine. And my wife and I have had the pleasure of meeting Edge twice. One time I hung with him and had quite a few beverages at a Pearl Jam concert. Second one was Hart. There you go. Yeah, but he was a rad dude. Big Kiss fan. So here's another point by Brent as I lose my phone because I don't like this thing and I don't know what it's doing. All right, get back. I lost everything. Can you believe it, friends and true believers? I did. All right. Well, how's your day going, my friends? How is the day going? Hope you're all doing well. Are my friends listening from way out in Saudi Arabia? We're talking about Edge. I would love to hear what you guys, my friends out there's opinion is on Edge, whether you think he's going to finish off with WWE, or if you think that he will try and make some kind of, not comeback, but some finale with AEW. Because I think he's really going to finish off with AEW. I don't think he's done with it. And Brent thinks, number 3, Brent's point on Edge, the wrestler, is we know Tony has deep pockets in AEW, but are they deep enough to really move? Vince could easily match. Well, yeah, but again, I think it's all about the fun. I don't think it's a money thing at this point for Edge, for Adam. I think Adam Copeland wants to just have some fun. Wrestlers, they want to have fun, right? I think he's just in it for the fun, dude. And I think that takes care of a few of those first points that I'm discussing here with Brent, that even though he's not here. So the fourth that Brent has here is the idea of Edge and Christian and Hardy's being there is appealing, and not to mention what they could do with FTR and other teams. I think the younger talent in the AEW is stronger. My God, can you imagine Adam Cole and the MGF? Yeah, my God, MGF and Adam Cole, or if Edge come in to help them, to manage them or something. That's like, so Brent's saying the options that are in there, and FTR, wow, just like those are old buddies too, right? There's so much fun they could have. That's why I'm saying it'd be redonkulous for him not to do it, in my opinion, right? He went out on his terms this Friday. Seems like the perfect way to sail off. So we went, and this is when we're supposed to keep. This was our last show supposed to be on. So we went out on his own terms 2 weeks ago. Perfect time for him to sail off into the sunset. But too much fun going on in AEW to pass up on, man. Wrestlers, they want to have fun, right? They do, hun. They want to have fun.
It's funny, it's a tie-in.
Yeah.
She liked the wrestling.
That was a good one, right? I liked it. All right. So what do we got next here, my friend? Okay. So I'm not feeling the conspiracy theories today. To be honest with you, I'm kind of sick of the human race. It's driving me nuts. Just to be on a serious note here, I'm going to do a serious podcast coming up. So in hindsight, we're looking back. I'm going to be doing something completely different. I'm going to be doing a partial serious podcast, probably the whole thing. We'll see, because it's a pretty serious subject. The homeless situation here in Kingston. Holy cow. I had some folks try and take up residence behind my house in my backyard. And as I was very, very politely asking them, to move on, and if they wanted a drink of water, if they needed a ride, I was directing them to the spot where all these other homeless folks are gathering. There was more people coming in behind them. So I put it publicly on our Facebook page, and I was called a monster. I was called gross, like Hitler. What was the best one? What they called me? Like I was an elitist. I'm paycheck to paycheck, friends, and I'm fine with it, but ain't no elitist here, man. I helped my wife get through cancer. My parents have been through, the Great Depression in the 90s and whatever happened before there. No elitist here. And I was treated so horribly about the fact that I politely asked these folks, these tent folks, these homeless folks, to leave from our property. And it wasn't just me, it was all my neighbors. And I offered them water, offered them coffee. All they wanted from me was cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. The other thing too is it wasn't like a family with their kids. I had some people tell me I should have let them in my house, and it wasn't like a family with kids. It was because the people coming in behind them I couldn't quite see, but it was some dudes. The people that were there's 5 of them, and there was 3 girls, and they all had like skin tight jean kind of things on, and like high heels. My neighbor has photos of them, and the dudes were just big, heavy, and this is warm. They had the big, hooded coats on. They're very polite. Like, I asked them to leave, and they're fine with that because they were on our property, and that's not cool. And they were in the backyards. Everybody could hear them except for us, because I'm on the top shelf there up here working at night, and I don't hear things like that. But man, as soon as my neighbor told me they were there, I saw them, very politely directed them to a better spot, safer for everybody. And I was treated like Hitler, like a pariah. It was horrible. I felt like an ass. I thought I was helping people in the neighborhood, and the 19 to like 30-year-olds were treating me like they were telling me I should let them in the house. So I'm going to show some more on this. I got videotape footage of this. I've dropped food off for the people that I direct them to. It's about half a kilometer away, Lonnie. Yeah, about half a kilometer away. It's not very far away, not even half a kilometer away, where they're huge tents. And I'm going to show you some footage that's going to blow your mind about the homeless population here in Kingston. And I'm going to have to do a bit of a serious episode because there's nothing funny about it. It's affecting me, and the attitude towards it, we're not going to see any kind of cure. It's just going to get worse. So mind blown with some of this. Want to share it with you. So no conspiracy theory today. Let's try and stay positive. Sorry about that, but it's coming. I got a serious episode coming up on the homeless, and it's going to piss you off. It's going to make you sad, but it's also going to make you think. All right? Be aware. Now, let's watch some funny videos. Woo!
Okay. So this.
I can't. Whoa. Okay, those were daredevils back in the 40s?
Oh, I'm
30s, 20s?
Early 20s.
Early 20s or something like that. My parents will know. Hi, Mom and Dad. Holy cow. I was getting tingles in my legs, and that wasn't photoshopped or anything, man. That's back in the day. Oh my gosh. That's crazy stuff. Wow. No helmet, just balls. See that? That was crazy.
No
I was
harness.
getting no harness, no nothing. Whoa, my feet were getting tingly watching that, friends. Aichi Wawa. We got one more fun video. Can you tell me what it's about so I can introduce it?
Sure. This is like a new sport that's going to be introduced. I don't know, in one of the Olympics.
Maybe. Okay, new sport that's going to be introduced in the Olympics, maybe.
Okay, so this is.
I haven't seen these, so let's check it out, friends. Funny videos.
Vegan horse riding championship in Finland goes viral. The sport doesn't involve any actual horses. Instead, players ride a stick with a toy horse head, prance around with their own human legs, and even jump over barriers. The sport is officially called hobby horsing, with about 1,500 people competing in it from all over the world.
Gosh. Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh. Is it like the Belchers, like Tina Belcher?
Hobby horse.
Yeah. Jericho.
So that's a new sport, maybe.
That's a new sport that might be coming out. Well, I think I could see that being something I wouldn't watch, but yeah, that's wild. I like the first one better. It was PETA friendly. They're not going to harm any animals in the process of that. That's funny. All right. Well, we're back with a 30-minute episode this week, folks. Thanks for tuning back in. Sorry for the hang time. We'll be back live next week on Monday. This is pre-taped, so if there's no interaction, sorry. I'm probably like playing a video game or cleaning my garage. Anyway, thanks, folks, for tuning in. Take care of each other out there. Don't try and overdo yourself, though. If somebody doesn't want help and you do not know them, Hard to help them if they don't want help, isn't it, my friends? You don't want to look like an asshole just trying to be kind. So look after your family, look after your inner circle, as I like to call them, or we used to call them. Everybody should have an inner circle, my friends. All right. Remember, we're always watching. We're trying our hardest not to judge. At least I'm trying not to judge. Dang. Peace and love, my friends. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with more awesome stuff. Hit me up if you got anything you want to chat with, right? This is the Cult of Machete. Thanks to Crier Media. I was going to call them Citrus Media, my buddy's company. Thanks to Crier Media for all their help and love and attention and for not censoring me. Love you. All right. Peace and love, my friends.